Yeah, anyone of you enumerate the development of architecture during Sultanate.
Sir, Indo-Islamic architecture came into existence during this period.
Yeah,
So,
fine.
next they added different elements like towers or domes or arches and
Yeah,
tombs.
yes.
So, I mentioned about like Qutbuddin Aibak built Qutub Minar and Iltutmish, and then Tughlaq period, some important constructions during Tughlaq period, sorry. During
Okay.
Lodi dynasty and
Yeah,
Khilji period. So few examples I have mentioned.
yeah, yeah, fine. 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 Yeah, it's nice. So you see, others should come up here. Like next time, I mean, you have to come up with your answers and your views. You see, no, only then it will be fine and interactive, and it will be useful to you, much useful to you. You see, what Deepika has presented is it's fine. It's you see, but you see when you see the question, once go back to the question. uh, I need the previous slide. Yeah, enumerate the development of architecture. So you see, only when you start writing, you'll come to know these things. You see, Deepika has written the answer, and that's how usually we present an answer for this question. And we tend to miss that enumerate the development. What the question is demanding is the development of architecture. It's not asking like enumerate the architectural styles during Sultanate period. You see, that is how you will go to the next level of presenting your answer. Initially, yeah, this is how it comes, and we tend to usually give that answer like we'll give example because there is so much loaded with, especially when we go for our architecture of Sultanate or Mughals. Everyone is like. Yeah, Deepika, just a second. We get so many facts and everything to our mind. We tend to pour it all, and then you see we'll end up with average score. But when you go to the question, then you have to find like you see enumerate the development of architecture. So the crux word in the question is development, and then once you understand that, then you will frame your answer. Okay, what is that I have to write in development? Yeah, Deepika, you had something to ask. Yes.
Yes, sir. Like I also mentioned few points regarding use of marble, redstone, and grey stone, and
Yeah,
then decorating with like decoration with Arabic script.
yeah, I get it. I get
And
it.
also,
Get it. Yeah. No, no, that's a very good effort actually. For this test, it's a very good effort. And this question is a very, I consider this to be a very tough question. I deliberately gave it for you to present, you see, this understanding that what part of the question you have to catch hold of, which is the central thing which is going to give you marks. That's what, because the questions are being asked in that intensity only, even though it's general studies. So when we come to here, we have the next slide. Yeah. So when we come to here, the main thing is like we have to speak about the development of you see these things. You see the general features we will anyway speak about Islamic style and all that. These first 3 points are like actually they are like you can write an introduction. You see, Delhi Sultanate have come about with an amalgamation of architectural style. It has integrated with the existing architectural forms and new architectural forms, new ornamentation forms have evolved. That's how you will start with the introduction, and a part of this was the evolution of arch, dome, and ornamentation and archway styles. You see, when you see these four last ones, the archway style, the arch and its development, dome and its development, and ornamentation. These are the developments you actually see in Sultanate period. You see how the arch has developed. Initially, the arch was kind of a conical structure, and then the next generation or the next, you see, the next phase, the arch becomes much more bit bell-shaped, and finally you come with the grand arches. Even when you take dome, you see initially it was a small conical kind of dome, and then it evolves, and then it becomes a proper bell-shaped dome, and then you get the proper dome structure. That is how the evolution of domes takes place. And when you come to ornamentation, you see initially it was like a limited kind of ornamentation. That's the craving or the carvings on the stone, like the Qutub Minar. And when you take the next generation, you see like you will have this picturesque techniques or arabesque technique and Piyatradara, and you see the Jali technique and all these things. That's the evolution of the development of ornamentation. You see, that is how you have to present the answer. So when you come to the introduction, the Delhi Sultanate period, it sees a great development in over the course of different phases, integrating the technology or the techniques that were brought, and also the indigenous techniques. And this development can be specifically seen with respect to arcuate style, arch, development of dome, and development of ornamentation. That will be your introduction. And then when you come to arcuate style, you will show its development. You see how it has developed. And there you will give all the examples, whichever how the pillars were used, the beams were used, and then the arches were used. Those there you will show the development. You see in Khalji's, for example, when you take arch, during the Khalji's phase, it is like a horseshoe shaped arch. You see, and then when you take then that is you can see that kind of arch in Balban's tomb. You see, those are the examples and facts. That's the later thing we'll come to. That's, you see, that's what like it's not like only about presentation of facts and all. You have to show that evolution of arch. So you will say like the arch has evolved over a period of time, which was you can present it in a simple sentence. You see, it has evolved over a period of time. It was initially arch shaped during the Khalji phase, and then it becomes much more pronounced during the later phases. Band inscription, and it becomes, you see, there you can present the examples like Alai Darwaza or Balban's tomb and all these things. Similarly, when you come to dome, the dome structure also you will show with like the first dome's roof was Iltimish dome, and it was like a broader dome. And you see, and then you will speak about how it has reached its perfections, or it started reaching its perfection towards the time of Tughlaqs. And finally, it's like during the later phases, like during the phases, the Lodis. During the Lodis, it almost reaches a full dome, a complete structure of dome, and that you will show, and you will give few examples how the dome has evolved from a nascent structure to a bulbous or full or a complete dome. And ornamentation also, as I have told, like how it has evolved from a simple cravings on the structure to inlaying technique, or that what's that, Piyatradara technique, which you can see in Taj Mahal. Right? That's how the evolution will show the development of ornamentation. Fine, that's it. I'm telling you how to approach the question, not all the facts and answers and all these things. That's it.